creepy. Happy Halloween, everybody. Today I offer my review of R. St. Clair's Code Red. Before I get into that, I'm going to do a quick shout out to an excellent channel, Paperback Journeys. This is one heck of a great channel. This guy does fantastic book reviews, and he's extremely entertaining. Here's an example of a few of the videos from his channel that I absolutely loved. If you get a chance, jump over to Paperback Journeys. I'll have a link down in the description. You won't be disappointed. The guy does a great show. So, what can I say about R. St. Clair's Code Red? Well, the first thing that comes to mind is that it's a rip-roaring, yee-haw, one hell of a good time. This is one great book. I loved it. It's just nothing but fun. So it starts out, this couple is driving their son, their teenage son, through the Appalachian Mountains through Virginia, taking him to a hospital because he's been diagnosed with a rare disorder called Renfield syndrome. Basically, the guy thinks he's a vampire. Yep. And so they're taking him to a place called Wormwood Asylum. So they drive him up through the mountains and get him to the asylum. And then they take off. They turn tail and get out of there. And things don't go too good for them. So then we meet Georgia. Now, Georgia is a sheriff of Blackwater. And Blackwater is this little tiny town that's up in the mountains, tucked into the mountains. And a funny thing, if I remember correctly, we don't ever actually go into the little town of Blackwater. But we know it's there. And Georgia is the sheriff, and she is alone for the most part. She's got a helper, and that's about it. And she's I guess, I'm not sure how to describe her, a chubby little black woman. And she almost seems out of place, but she's really a great character. She does a good job. She believes in what she's doing, and she tries her very best. And she's kind of my favorite kind of hero, because in a lot of the stories that have a hero, you know, the hero is like, ta-da, I'm here, I'm gonna save the day, you know. And but Georgia's my kind of hero. She's like, oh dear, oh, what am I going to do? Hey, no, that's not right. I'm not going to let you do that. No. She's my kind of hero. You know, she's a human being. She's got doubts. She's got fears. But she does what is right. And she's pretty cool. I like her a lot. And then we get to meet Bobby Jean and Silas. Now, Bobby Jean is a candy striper that works at Wormwood Asylum. And Bobby Jean is the perfect little mountain hillbilly gal. I don't know if you ever heard of the country music singer called Gretchen Wilson. Well, if she had long blonde hair, she'd be the perfect person to play Bobby Jean. And, oh yeah, this should be made into a quick little movie. Or at least a little one of those, you know, Paramount Plus or Netflix little shows, you know. This book is awesome, I'm telling you. And Bobby Jean is just as cute as a button, and she's a character. She's fun. And then we get to meet her grandpa. The two of them live in a trailer way up in the mountains there. And her grandpa is Silas. And what can I say about Silas? Silas is a banjo-picking, moonshine-drinking, one hell of a cool guy. He's 75 years old, and he's got it going on. It's probably pretty well known that probably one of my #1 favorite characters in all of literature was Judd from Pet Sematary by Stephen King. Judd was just freaking awesome. If you saw the first movie or read the book, Judd just rocked. And Buddy Silas could be Judd's brother. Silas is just super freaking cool, and you'll have a ball with him. And the story being what it is, along comes some vampires. Well, let me tell you, these Appalachian Mountain hillbillies give the vampires hell. And it is a real exciting and fun, fantastic good time. And then on top of that, the author put a very interesting I don't know if I could call it a backstory, but basically the premise of how vampires came to be. In this book is a very unique and very, very cool. It's something I wouldn't have thought of at all. Great creativity by the author, and that I just thought it was so cool. So as I said, these little hillbillies give the vampires hell. Now, who wins? Most of the time, I root for the vampires because I like vampires. But I like these hillbillies too. And I'm not going to spoil it. I ain't going to tell you how it turns out. But I tell you what, it's a fun ride. It is a fun ride. Speaking of a fun ride, Silas has one of them three-wheelers. Now, off-road vehicle. I know that nowadays they got four wheels, but back in the olden days they had three wheels. And they were a fun ride. And I think I flipped over on a couple of them. All right, so I'm going to keep this one a little bit short, but I'm going to guess that you know how many stars I'm going to give to this book. Oh yeah, 5 stars all the way. Are you kidding? You haven't got this book yet. Now what you need to do before this video ends, click on Amazon, look for Code Red. You can get the ebook for nothing, next to nothing. Yeah, you want to get it now because I'm telling you, it is a great book. It is a lot of fun. 5-star read, quite possibly. I know it's in the top 3 of the books I've read this year, and it's a good contender for #1 spot. Later in the year, I hope to do a top 10 what I read this year. That book, Code Red, it'll be on that list for sure. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Click that like button, subscribe. You don't want to miss all the good stuff that's yet to come. My next review, which I hope I can get out before the end of October, will be Clive Barker's Hellbound Heart. And I imagine everybody knows that's what Hellraiser, the movie, was based on. So that'll be my next review. So happy Halloween, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. And get that book. I'm telling you, you'll love it. It's fun. Have a great day. Bye-bye.